In terms of marking the bottom of the pot so that I know where to put the foot, I'm going to put my finger where the vertical and the horizontal part of this bottom section meet. So in this case, it's right here. Then I'm going to flip the pot over, and I'm going to match my finger from the outside finger and the inside finger, and I'm going to make a mark. Then I'm going to do that same thing with the vertical part of the pot. And this is to tell the depth of the foot. This bottom section is to tell the width of the foot. So I'm going to also put my finger on the inside where the vertical and the horizontal part of that curve meet, and I'm going to make a mark here. So I know that my foot can be that tall right there. As I start to trim this pot, I'm going to use a wide loop tool. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to find my depth mark, and I'm going to hold the tool down to the depth mark. Then as I push in, I'm actually going to erase that mark, but I know that I can trim towards the center of the pot without trimming through the form. Now I'm going to trim into the width mark, which is this mark right there. So I'm going to keep going in until I hit that mark. I found it's very helpful to make those beginner marks before I trim so that I know exactly what the foot is going to look like and where it's going to be on the pot before I ever start to trim it. One of the mistakes that people make when they start to trim is that they get a little overzealous and they trim through the pot. By making those marks, I make sure I never trim through the pot. Now I'm going to go in and trim the interior of this foot. To do that, I'm going to switch tools. I'm going to use a small loop tool, and I'm going to define this outer edge of what will be the inside ring of the foot. By doing that, I know that this section right here, I don't want to trim it anymore. So I'm going to push down and I'm going to work towards the center. As I'm trimming the inside, I am trying to match the curve of this interior section of the foot to this exterior section. What I'm going for is a foot that looks like that it was stuck right on to an already formed dome. Periodically on the base, I'm going to press down and I'm going to keep trimming until the base actually flexes just a little bit. Because the bottom inside of the bowl is round and goes like this, that means that this point here, the middle section, is going to be taller when I flip it over than this outside section. So I know that I can trim more off of here closer to the foot itself than I can off the middle. As I'm trimming, I occasionally notice that I have trimmed this inside part lower than the outside curve, and that means that I can trim down some more. If I have trimmed this down and I haven't gone through the pot, I know that this outside section can go down too.